Alrighty, welcome to another Strixhaven draft here on channelfireball.com. We have seemed to be attending the College of Quandrix quite often here, and I think I'm going to be taking Cultivate, which kind of puts us into it. Cultivate is just such a good card. I think Cultivate is a fantastic place to start. It just ramps you, fixes your mana, is a 2-for-1, does everything you want. I like Daemogoth Titan, but I don't think you should first pick Titan over Cultivate here. Those are the two cards I would consider. I don't think Ardent Dustspeaker is that great. It's okay. It's not great, though. Needlethorn Drake is just fine, but yeah, I'm going to Cultivate here. And I am going to follow that up with... yeah, it's going to be Burying Books. I'm in for that. Burying Books is great. I haven't drafted a nice Fortifying draft deck, but I don't think you're supposed to second pick it over Burying Books. That's a bit too much. In fact, if you want to be Witherbloom, you're probably better off taking Pest Summoning, but I think Burying Books is good. Oh, wow. Third pick, Tempted by the Auric and Rutha in Igneous Inspiration? Alongside Fractal Summoning and Eureka Moment? Well, the Mystical Archive card is gone. So there was that. But I don't really know what else could have been taking. Just a bunch of commons after this? Like... they don't have foiled on Arena. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to take Tempted by the Auric. I'm not really tempted to take anything else. Given that we have these, I'm probably going to Frost Trickster here. There's also Expanded Anatomy, which is honestly a very, very good card. If I hadn't taken Tempted, I would have maybe considered like a Deadly Brew because it's pretty strong in Witherbloom. But I also kind of like Cutting Blue here. So let's just go ahead and do that. We are definitely not committed to green in it by any stretch. But we saw a couple of good Witherbloom cards this pack, so don't think green's necessarily being cut. I'm not sure what's going on. Besides that Silver Quill and white aren't, like, that packed with all the nuts cards had an Igneous Inspiration too, which is like a nice red card. So the only thing I can think of is like there was like a white Mystical Archive card or some busted Mystical Archive card to go along with those. I don't know. I'll take Fractal Summoning here. Makes me feel even better about not taking like Expanded Anatomy. Not that Anatomy is bad, but picking up a really good lesson in Fractal Summoning makes it less critical, though I will eventually want more. There's also Leyline Invocation, but the first Fractal Summoning is worth so much. I think the person directly to our right probably first picked a powerful Silver Quill card. Yeah, Dramatic Finale, Shadrix Silver Quill, whatever. And just was not tempted by the Auric and didn't want to take Igneous Inspiration. And then maybe there was some like nutty Mystical Archive card in that pack as well, like, I don't know, Lightning Bolt or something. And that would just kind of explain it right away, or like Swords to Plowshares, because those are both better than Tempted and Rutha. So you end up, that's what the person first picks, is like a busted Mystical Archive card, and second pick, someone just takes a good Silver Quill card over Tempted and Inspiration, I suppose, in Rutha, but who knows? Oh, interesting. Some good Witherbloom cards, but I'm also some really good Quandrix cards, so still happy with where we're at. Channel Fractal Summoning, yeah. This is tough, because I like both of these cards. Quandrix Pledge Mage is pretty good, but so is Eureka Moment. I think I'm going to take the Pledge Mage. Pledge Mage I've found to be really, really strong. I don't know why Quandrix is always open, but I'm going to draft it. This card is frequently like a 3-mana 5/5 if it lives the turn you play it. That's like the critical turn. So, oh wow, look at that Bookworm. All right, I already have a Fractal Summoning, so the Elemental Summoning is not a big deal. And even though we were mono blue plus Cultivate so far, I think this is a pretty easy Bookworm. This card has really impressed me. So, you know, Andrew, this channel is getting better. Channel Bookworm. Channel the Fractal Summoning. So I do like Serpentine Curve in these decks, but I think right now I'm going to take Cram Session. I've got some really good late game stuff, and Cram Session, it's also nice with Quandrix Pledge Mage, for example. Yeah, I think, and I already have a good lesson. I think I'd take a Cram Session here. The other thing is you can always pick up Arcane Subtraction. All right, I'll take Needlethorn Drake over another curve here. Natural Order Bookworm would be nice too. I think Cram is a better defensive card. Of course, picking up the Needlethorn Drake means Arcane Subtraction might have ended up being better, but in my experience, you can almost always pick up Arcane Subtractions, so I'll basically never play Crash through. I'll just take an expressive iteration in case things go completely haywire, like we wheel the Rutha or something, and then maybe do a slight pivot. I don't know. To what extent do you find that staking your claim early in Strixhaven draft results in your lane being open relative to other formats? I don't have any good sense of that. I'm going to take Eureka moment, though. People just don't... It's a combination of don't understand signals and don't read signals. I never really care about what I pass. It doesn't really change the way I draft. I don't think you should put much stock into it. It's just like the person to your left, sometimes you send them, you're like, wow, I sent them the perfect Witherbloom signals, but they just opened like a good Lorehold card and never moved off it, even if you pass no red cards. It just doesn't matter. So would I care more about signals at a PT? A little more, but it still doesn't matter. I think for the most part, so when I say signals, I mean signals I'm passing. You should care a lot about signals you're getting, because that's information that you can use. Signals you're passing, like, it just doesn't matter. Like, you'll probably be better off like not paying any attention to that than anything else, you know. Team draft is the format where signals are the most significant, yes. Team draft, what you pass matters a lot. That's like the whole draft. Here, I do like the Biblioplex, but I don't like it that much in Quandrix decks. You just always have cards in your hand. I think I'm just going to take Environmental Sciences. I don't really want to... I like splashing Practical Research. Yeah, that's basically it. This is pretty easy. Environmental Sciences where we're at right now. It would be cool if there was an option to show your deck after the draft. Yeah, I guess that would be fine. I don't think people would do too much of it. All right, I'm going to take Field Trip here. I like Field Trip a lot. I've got some good big things to ramp to. Explosive Welcomes, whatever. Oh, also Environmental Sciences is good with Tempted by the Auric. So I could definitely splash, Ryan, but I'm not going to look for the splash, you know? Like, I'll splash if it ends up seeming like I should, but I'm not going to go out of my way to splash. Like here, I'm going to take Elemental Summoning over like Practical Research. Or Elemental Masterpiece, because I also just picked up another good learn card that curves nicely into Elemental Summoning. Oh, I love Emergent Sequence. We are into that. Yeah, let's get it. Would I say Environmental Science is one of the cards I got most wrong? Oh, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of cards I get wrong. Always get a lot of cards wrong. It's really just a kind of... I think the reviews are definitely useful, but it's really hard to figure out like a lot of the contextual stuff in your reviews. All right, I'm going to take Quandrix Command here. This card's not the nuts, but it's good. It's mostly like bounce to kill one of the like fractals and put some counters on something, but that's still fine. I don't think Quandrix Command is like that great. I think it's just good. What do we got? We're doing pretty good on learning. Let's take an intro to Annihilation. Hey, Legendary Parker, the 10-month resub arena. Yeah, I think this deck is working out pretty well. Do I think the individual card win percentages from data like 17 lands mean much when trying to figure out best cards in the format? Yeah, I mean, you have to go a little deeper than just win percentage, but like win percentage when drawn is usually a pretty good one. You can also look at like, the different win percentages at different points, like whether you have it in your opening hand or you draw it later, that sort of stuff to give you an overall sense of it. Like, it is useful. Hey, what's up, Montolio's Workshop? Oh, things are going great. I guess, so let's see. This gets me 2 creatures back, and then we both gain 4 life. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Pestilent Cauldron part, but I could see playing Restorative Burst if I end up with enough creatures. I don't think I'm going to play Prismari Pledge Mage, so it's not a big deal. What I usually do is I don't edit the original review, but I go back and re-review the cards that have changed the most, up or down, just to like kind of take a look at those. So I actually should probably do that this coming week here. Hey, what's up, Scott Pilgrim, the 1.5 year resub? Welcome back. Hey, Beyond Nox, I'm glad you enjoy LR. We're going to record it right after this stream, actually. So Crypt, most limited formats do kind of get figured out, but there is a metagame, because like, as people learn more, as like various podcasts or 17 lands or whatever data sources you use, late mage still nice, kind of like discover things like, oh, this card's better than it looks, or this card's worse than it looks. People end up getting a better sense of it, and that changes some. But also there's just so many people who don't pay attention to any of those things, and they just show up, turn on Arena and Draft, and kind of figure it out for themselves, I don't find the metagame the metagame shifts to be like enormous, you know? Like the metagame among people who are really into limited and talk about it a lot, definitely. The metagame among like limited players, like as an entire whole, not as much. So it's not like constructed in that sense. And constructed decks that do well propagate really efficiently, and decks that do poorly get cycled out of the format, you know, by like the Is It Flash deck I made last standard was like good in quotes for like the first like week, and then people realized there're just better things to be doing, and so they kind of went those directions. I think Golden Ratio sucks, so I'll just take a Masterpiece, even if I don't know if I'm going to splash it, but I definitely could. So in limited, I think like how you draft, especially if you consume a lot of content or really work on your honing your skill, can change a lot over the course of the metagame. But how like the field drafts doesn't change quite as much. So it also depends. Some subsections do. I guess I'll take the Fortifying Draw. I don't think I'm that likely to play it. I think that like when you go to like the Pro Tour, people knew about spider spawning, and like it was very drafted at that Pro Tour because everyone there is like highly incentivized to be studying and learning and all that stuff. When you go to when you draft on Arena, like it's not as big. No, Kieran Ninja, that's not a counterpoint. I'm saying like the meta shifts, but just not dramatically. And I don't think that I haven't noticed a dramatic shift. Quandrix has just been open the entire time, basically every draft. Hey, what's up, Rebecca? Last class of the semester. Very nice, very nice. I have been kind of unimpressed with Scurrid Colony. Hey, what's up, Dragon Gola? 59 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. You're a month shy of 5 years. What do we got here? A second Bookworm or or Divide by Zero. I'm not taking the second Environmental Sciences. Probably Wheel Arcane Subtraction, by the way. Let's see. So doing fine on all playables, and I've got some playables in my sideboard. Well, I try not to play Scurrid Colony, so I don't find it too bad. It was a really nice Mage Duel pickup, by the way. So here we've got 3 ramp cards, right? 4 actually. Cultivate, Field Trip, and Eureka Moment, and just 3. Sorry. Oh, an Emergent Sequence. Yeah, 4. With 4 ramp cards, I kind of want to just take Bookworm here. Just Bookworm is such a beat. Yeah. Plus, we're keeping it open for channel, right, Monty? Oh man, I love Electrolyze, but this is a card that's better in the early game. Though it's still good late game, I'd still splash for it. There's also Rutha, but I'm just going to take Burying Books. I have double Bookworm. I have Tempted by the Auric. I don't need to do any other nonsense to win this game. Snow Day is not really in consideration with that last set of picks. Oh wow, Quandrix, Pledge Mage, and Divide by Zero. This is looking like Divide by Zero might be a little better. I do have the 1 fight card, but I just have 1. And I'm kind of just like I'm not having like tons of little cantrips, and I've got the 2 Bookworms, so I think I'm on Divide by Zero. That's close. I'm probably going to wheel something out of that pack if I had to guess. Ooh, Compulsive Research. I like that. I like that a lot. Compulsive Research is just a great card. Snow Day, I'll play, but I don't pick Snow Day highly. It's just not that good. Like, it's just kind of expensive for what you get, you know? The reason, Buddy Tension, that I don't like the Scurrid Colony is I don't feel this card does much on turn 2, and I don't feel like it does much on turn 8. It is fine in both cases. It's not embarrassing if you have to put the card in your deck, but I think it's just like a C- here. Oh no. Okay, what I have to do, whatever. I have to take the natural order here to go with the 2 Bookworms, I think. Like, I really want to take Quandrix Cultivator because Quandrix Cultivator is better, but I have nothing to sack to it. I could play the Scurrid Colony, but if I'm putting Scurrid Colony and Spined Karok in my deck, like that's just awful. It's not going to wheel. But I'm going to take the Cultivator. I can't play the natural order here. It just doesn't work. You can't play it with like 3 things to sacrifice. Is Quandrix open? If so, why? I'm just going to get another Cultivator here. I could have gotten the turn 3 Worm off Emergent Sequence. It does make it green and blue. All right, well. And then now 5 Quandrix cards, and now there's like nothing. Oh, whatever. I'll take an Academic Probation. This is a coward stream, yeah. I mean, Quandrix Cultivator is going to be better in my deck at putting a Bookworm into play than Natural Orders, sadly. What up, Marsh? So one good tip for this format is, oh look, we're going to follow it here. If I take a Natural Order, I take the first one. The more cards you have with your school name, the better. Look, I have Quandrix Command, 2 Quandrix Pledge Mage, 2 Quandrix Cultivator. Oh, I don't love Frost Trickster either, Andrew. I think Frost Trickster is kind of medium. This deck kind of has a lot of creatures. I wonder if Adventurous Impulse is good with 2 Pledge Mages. The Snow Day is nice with the double Cultivator. Hey, what's up, Gabby? Does no one like Rutha? I'm probably going to take the Campus here. I'd certainly have enough playables. This is a coward stream, I have to admit it. I'll take a Needlethorn Drake over. See, I knew the Natural Order. We could have taken Natural Order to go with our 2 Bookworms, but we didn't get there. Oh, that actually is not bad, but okay. Sure. Wow, we've got to cut some good ones here. I can probably cut Cram Session now that I picked up Arcane Subtraction here. I do think the Frost Trickster kind of sucks. Like, Andrew, would you cut something? I think Curie can probably go too, yeah. Would you cut something here for Scurrid Colony? I don't think I would. That Needlethorn Drake was a nice little pickup here. Well, the Curate's already gone. That's just to get us to 40. And we're doing pretty well on lessons, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 good ones, right? 4 plus a Mercurial Transformation if we needed to. And then here, our mana should be pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'll go with Cunio's plan. I'll cut Leyline Invocation for Scurrid Colony. We'll see how that goes. I like it. You can also use Mercurial Transformation post-combat, like you attack your thing into their like 8/8 and then you go bam. Except don't do it if their 8/8's a fractal, because that's not going to work out. Am I live earlier than planned? No. Yeah, I am live earlier than planned. I think I said an hour from now. But it'll happen. Well, all right. Cunio showed me, because Scurrid Colony is so much better than having a Leyline Invocation in this hand right now. Well, they had a pretty good start. Given this hand, do I trade for the prof? I don't think so. Because now I can just block the Inkling summonings. I think that's a little better. Oh, wow, that's nice. So let's go. Let's play that Pledge Mage and hopefully draw a land, and then maybe we can cast like, well, if we could go for the Gusto and cast Eureka Moment into Mage Duel, but even just divide by 0 into Mage Duel is pretty good. Oh, you're sending with everything. All right. Just going to block there. Good aggressive attack there. All right. Land would be really nice. Well, I guess that gets us land eventually. Let's do this. Let's pick up Environmental Sciences. Just pass. And then we'll have a pretty good turn next turn. If they kill the Pledge Mage, which, yeah, it looked like they were going to. I could see their beady little eyes. This is actually getting a little awkward. Yeah, needed to draw a land on turn 3 there. Or turn 4. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Land. And I guess we just pass, or no, I'm going to cast Environmental Sciences. Because, look, we're gonna cast this... divide by 0 one way or another here. Any formats I'm looking forward to playing once paper events return? I'll take this, I guess. We're going to play something. Anything, really. All right, let's bounce the Ardent Dust Speaker. And then this actually puts us into a decent spot, because now we can go to tap it right, because this auto tapper doesn't recognize Mage Duel very well. And then we kill the Tome Shredder. We've got a good blocker if they put Anatomy on this. If they replay the Dust Speaker, we have Snow Day into double Bookworm. So. All right, I got some beatdowns, sure. What to do? Let's go. I think tap those two. I just wanted to hit lands here. I'm actually going to discard Compulsive Research because the way I see it, if I draw a land, I'm playing Bookworm, and if I don't draw a land, I want to play Pledge Mage plus Eureka Moment. I don't think I'm really having lunch. I ate at like 11. That was going to be my breakfast plus lunch. Oh, wow, I got punished. I wanted to keep this one around because if they expanded Anatomy, that's the best trade for me. But yeah, now I'm going to take an extra point of damage here. Another expanded Anatomy. A land would be really nice. I guess the Pledge Mage into Berry is okay, but not liking my spot here. What are the Quillbores of Magic? That's a good question. Oh, man. All right. Let's go ahead and bury the first year. Go to 1. And then die. Wow. Really unfortunate how this all worked out. I mean, I could Tempted, but I still die. I guess I can Eureka Moment. I think there's nothing that could actually get me back into this. 1, yeah. All right. Yeah, we got beaten down. It was basically the really big thing that happened there was the turn that they played Pilgrim plus Eager first year. They got to play 2 creatures and then just played 2 removal spells in a row. And I was like on 1 spell per turn and just not really in a spot that worked out pretty nicely. So that was unfortunate, but what can you do? Yeah. Skirt Colony was good though. That would have been pretty good. I would have probably won with a turn 3 Bookworm. All right. Well, Scurried Colony is again better. Yeah, missing. I mean, the real thing was I missed my land drop on turn 4 and just like could have had like that whole game is different if I'm able to go turn 4 spell into Mage Duel or whatever. Yeah, I'm blocking here. That's fine. Did I see my opponent had another Rise of Extus? I don't know how I could see that. Should this be an 18 lander? I don't think so. I have a bunch of ways to put lands into play. Let's see. With this current hand, I think Environmental Science is actually still the thing because I can go Quandrix Cultivator and then cast thing. Oh, my opponent's in the chat. Oh, that's fair. I mean, this was. I don't really need the Environmental Sciences that much now that I've drawn the island, but it's still obviously safer to do that. Yeah. They're going to hit me for a little bit here, but I'm going to get to play. Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to have to. The good thing is they gave their thing Vigilance. So the question here is, don't want to tempt it, but if I tempted this, it doesn't really. If I tempted that, it doesn't really do much for me. So I think what I'm going to do is hit with this and then Snow Day the Professor plus the Shadewing. think that's going to be better. And then into Bookworm. I have missed messages in chat before. Yeah, because now I get to do this. And I can get an island here. I'm going to take 3, and then they're not going to untap next turn either, but next turn it's going to attack for 4. Oh, wow. Okay. Lots of flyers. I needed to hit my land drops last game, which is why I did it. Main phase Snow Day. Oh, that was great. Okay, I feel pretty good now. Because now I get to set up, like, I have 3 removal spells in hand, and actually I can play all of them in the same turn. Okay. Poet's Quill. That's going to make this game a lot more interesting. I think I was in really good shape before the Poet's Quill, but... Oh, well, they didn't even equip. Okay. So I'm going to take 6 here down to 8. Let's see what I want to do. I might tempted the Leech Fanatic because that gives me some lives. They're at 16. Yeah. Let's do this. And then I can go Leech Fanatic, fight the Owlin Shieldmate, I think. And then that gains me my 3 life back. And then they put a counter on something, but I can bury whatever their thing is. And they attack them for 10 here. I think this is good. Yeah, okay, squirrel. Oh no, that's bad. That's definitely going to make my life a lot harder. All right, well. I mean, I'm 1 point short here. That's not going to do it. I'm going up to 6. Yeah, no, I die. Ah, they had the expel. Am I really going to go out like this? Is that really how it's going to happen? All right. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Welcome back. Huh. All right. I have faith. This is why Quandrix is open. I don't know what that means. Yes, I was exactly lethal and I put them to 1. GGO's the expel, yeah. A lot of my outs involve like lessons and stuff, so I didn't really want to scry on upkeep, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. Was fighting the Owlin Shieldmage bad? I guess I could have just fought the combat professor. This is certainly true. Okay. So what do we want here? I mean, we want them not to play a 2-drop is the main thing, or to draw the... I thought I was going to have to... I guess if I don't have to Burying Books the Owlin Shieldmage, it kind of doesn't matter. Interesting. Lorehold Campus into Prismari Pledgemage. So they're probably just Prismari splashing like a white card or something. Yeah, but they're just going to equip the owl with the shield, with the quill. That's kind of why I felt like I would have to do that anyway. So I don't know. I guess I don't really know how you're getting away from doing that. I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. All right, let's play a Pledge Mage, and then next turn we can either cast Tempted or Cultivator. Either way, I'm pretty happy. The good thing about facing down Prismari Pledge Mage, this card's fine. I do play it in Prismari a lot. Is it's hard for them to develop their board and attack you with it in the same time. Oh, interesting. So I don't like the Maelstrom Muse, but I don't really have a way to stop it. So let's just go ahead and take action. Actually, I still think I get a island. Oh, I guess I could Mage Duel it. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But I don't really like casting Mage Duel for 3 mana if I can avoid it. I would like to set up a turn where I go like Tempted plus Mage Duel. Okay, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to take just 2 here. Oh, I'm going to take 5 here, sure. All right, well, I guess I'm glad with how this all worked out. It's just really skipping a whole turn to cast Mage Duel instead of casting Cultivator. I don't think was worth it, though. Obviously, like if they play a Creative Expression or Elemental Masterpiece, would be kind of rough. Okay, so now what are we doing here? I mean, we're going to probably cast Tempted Mage Duel, though I guess we could cast Cultivate Mage Duel. I'm at 12. How much do I care about taking damage from Frost Trickster? I think I'd rather Tempted the Elemental. Play a land. Funnily enough, after all that, we still cast the Mage Duel for for 3 mana effectively. And then just pass, because I'd rather just not keep these back. And then next turn, because the thing is, Tempted on the 4/4 token is like pretty nice. Also, this Cultivate just sets up me just playing a Bookworm or something. But even just Pledge Mage plus Tempted in the same turn is going to be pretty good. The worst thing they could do for me is probably like Pigment Storm my Quandrix Pledge Mage, attack me for 6 total. Snow Day attacking for a bunch or something. I don't know. This is kind of an aggressive play, but also you might do it just if you had no other action. So it really could mean they have an aggressive hand, or it could mean they don't have. Oh, okay. Sure. All right, so now let's go Pledge Mage now. I think I'm just going to go Pledge Mage, Tempted the Frost Trickster here. And then still no attacks, because I don't really want to trade the Pledge Mage off. I know I'm not casting Bookworm for a few turns here, so I think this is fine. And then next turn I can probably just play like Snow Day or something. Walks have been good. Been a little busy this week just because I've been testing for the league weekend in the mornings, so have not gone on as long of ones. Though yeah, yesterday I went for 2, so that was pretty good. Hey, what's up, Mole? Oh, Draconic Intervention. All right, what did they exile? Burying Books, sure. Oh man, this is such an awkward amount of mana. I guess I'll still just play the Pledge Mage here. Yeah, the people saying it was like unethical or like showing favoritism for Wizards to send me some burritos after I top 8'd the PT and I'd been tweeting about burritos was like really weird. I don't know. It was yeah, it was something. Look, I'll level with you too, by the way, chat. Gabby can testify. Those burritos weren't even that good. Like they didn't even pick a great burrito place. So it wasn't even like that big of a beat, you know. Rutha. Okay. I don't like seeing that so much. Oh, I hope they attack. Sadly, I can't actually blow them out with Burying Books, but so I could bury the Rutha. You know what? I'm just going to slam Bookworm. Like, if they draw a land and can turn Elemental Summoning into Elemental Masterpiece with Rutha, then like, whatever. I can live with that. How many spells? They have 2 spells left, so this is going to be able to grow the next couple turns. But I also have the ability to go like Snow Day, tap 2 things, attack for 10 or something. Oh, that's nice, Mole. They trigger Quandrix Apprentice. You bury the Bookworms. Buried in Books. Man, this card is really good. Draconic Intervention. Attacking? So they have Heated Debate. Yeah, I guess I have to block. Like, I could not block, but then basically if I don't block, they go Heated Debate, copy it, and kill the Bookworm. But if I do block, oh, they had Shock. Okay, sure. I can live with that. Basically, if they had Heated Debate, they could kill the Bookworm anyway, and they were just effectively offering Tome Shredder for Quandrix Pledge Mage, which is a trade I think I'm obliged to take at this point in the game. Okay, so now I wanted to bury. So did I want to put Bookworm back? I guess I do Field Trips. This actually works out pretty nicely. So now I go like this. You know what? I'm actually just going to take Intro to Annihilation. Rutha is just such a messed up card. I think I just want to take Rutha out and then... Like, I could bury Rutha, but then I'm just going to have the same problem in a few turns. And now I'm going to upkeep, put back Bookworm, I think. Okay, Frost Trickster is fine if that's what they want to do. Into Prismari Pledge Mage, sure. Okay. Draw. And this works out. Oh, funny. Do I want to just do that? Yeah, let's just do that. I could Snow Day, but now I can just... I think I just bury... Though I guess that delays Bookworm by a turn. I don't know. Maybe it was better to do it the other way. So now they're going to cast... Oh, they have Elemental Masterpiece. Okay. That's what they're going to cast. Block. Just bury one of the tokens here. Draw. So I know I'm drawing Bookworm. Let's just pass. And just leave up Snow Day and then have an island to discard in case my next card's good. I'm potentially giving up a little bit of mana here, but this is fine. Yeah, I could have attacked. I think that I want to Snow Day the 2 tokens instead to make it so it's worse for them to block. Okay, so now I get to go... If I draw a land, I can actually play both these things. I have 10 mana. If I Compulsive Research... No, let's just cast Bookworm. So the reason I don't want to even try to... Now I'll attack. Compulsive Research first is... If I Compulsive Research needing to hit a land to play Bookworm, it means if I draw spell, land, I just have to discard the 2 spells. So it's not even a good deal in that case. So those don't untap for this turn. Oh, they're scrying on upkeep? Okay, yeah, they're pretty dead then. I mean, they're not literally dead because they can block the Quandrix Pledge Mage, but the second Bookworm is probably going to do it. If I knew my top 3 cards had land, plus anything, I would cast Compulsive Research, but I don't think it's worth the risk given the situation. Do I think I'll day 2 with my first pool in the open? I think I'm probably a favorite to do so, but I don't think I necessarily will. Is there any... What do I get out of casting a spell first? I play around Enthusiastic Study. All right, well, let's just play Bookworm then. It doesn't have to be money. They could just have had a card. They could have just had land in hand and they just kept a spell, right? I don't know. If they have a Burying Books, they have a Burying Books. I'm glad to cast these things first. They definitely could have Burying Books, but they could also easily not have Burying Books. They have a Heated Debate. Is that the card? Heated Debate would kill the Quandrix Pledge Mage. Oh. They need another Draconic Intervention. That would actually be really good. They would cast it on the Elemental Masterpiece, blow up everything. First day of class. That's not going to kill me, though. Oh, you're looking for ways to do that? If you want to bet, if that's a different question. If you want to bet on it, Squirrel, yes, I am willing to bet on that. So If they have 2 creatures, do I die? No, I still don't. I come close to dying. But the life from Bookworm is enough here. Whoa. I went to -5 there when they blew up. What the heck? That made me think I was going to lose. Look, we're still we're not going to go out that easy. This deck's good. I think I can get a decent amount of wins here. I am still not sure if I should be playing the Frost Trickster or not. It doesn't really do much for this deck. But it does keep me alive, and that might be what I'm looking for here. I mean, Frost Trickster is a good card. Like you're not really gonna make your deck worse by putting a Frost Trickster into it, so it's fine. But like I do think it barely doesn't make the cut here. I don't know. But it doesn't really help me cast the worms, is the thing. Almost everything else in the deck helps. Like, look at this hand. This is perfect. Needlethorn Drake into Compulsive Research into Quandrix Cultivators. There you go. That's interesting, Squirrel. I've talked about it, Pulsar. It's that I think the ban of the flip cards is pretty ridiculous. I bought these lands in the store when they were there. Day 2 is Pack Luck or something else. Oh, it's something else. I'm not going to say luck has no part in sealed, but people think sealed is like 90% luck. Sealed's like way lower than that. It's not that actually that much different. If you look at like win rates of the people I think are good at sealed, it's not that different, or just people who are good at limited in general. It's just not that different from draft. Like sealed is a lot of skill. That's how it works, you know. BK fresh off his victory. So this puts me in a quandary here. Oh well, I guess I'll just compulsive research. I was thinking about leaving up Barry, but you know what? I'll let them do a little work on their blood researcher first. Yeah, if you get a good sealed, you're more likely to win. But there's a lot you can do to maximize your chances. I won $1,000 with a terrible sealed in the last Arena Open, and it was mostly because I'm great at Magic. That was the real reason. The sealed deck builder on Arena is very bad, yes. I won't lie to you about that. Okay. Definitely playing a cultivator, definitely getting an island. Let's not attack. Obviously, there's a lot that can cause me to not be able to block here, but I'm risking 1 point of damage to potentially stop 3. Definitely worth it. My pool was very bad. How much more viable are unsupported color pairs in sealed? I wrote an article in CFB if you have CFB Pro, which you really should. It costs $5 a month or $10 a month, and you get $10 store credit. So it's basically free if you're just going to spend any money on Magic. I wrote a deep dive on sealed for CFB Pro, and I think it has a lot of good infos. Okay, I'm going to take some damage. Land would still be good. I just basically always want to draw land. So I'm not going to attack here. I am giving up 3, but here's why. I want them to make a play that can try to get in the to stop the cultivator. I guess the downside of this is they might not attack here. So I guess in that case, potentially I played myself. But let's go Needlethorn Drake. cultivate, island, forest, and then just chill. Spectre is kind of annoying, but there's not much. If they're just going to Spectre and sit there, it's not really going to do that much. I'm just going to do that and pass. I don't think I want to learn here. Now I'm at 9. Let's just cast Bookworm. Oh, it should have left the island up. I didn't really consider that it wouldn't have tapped wrong. Can you buy box breaks with store credit? I believe so, Yusha, but they did just change how the box breaks website worked, so don't quote me on that yet. They're going to flunk my Drake and attack me for 2. Okay, I need to start getting some damage in. They're at millions. How much? I have 9 mana here. I mean, Arcane Subtraction can get me Intro to Annihilation. So I could do that. I do have a lot of options. Mini. Let's see. Play land. I could lead back Quandrix Cultivator. I'm at 8. Let's go ahead and hit with the Bookworm here. And then play Pledge Mage. And then pass. And if they attack with Spectre, I'll bury it. If they don't attack with Spectre, then that's fine. They can't really attack that well with Blood Researcher. And then this should give me plenty of time. And then now I can go Arcane Subtraction into Intro to Annihilation. Oh, yeah. That's a reasonable thing to have happen. I think I might have lethal here, actually. 1723, yeah. Let's take Intro to Annihilation just in case. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh. That wasn't technically an OTK because my Bookworm attacked for a turn earlier. Woo! Does it again. We got this. Yeah, call an ambulance, but not for me. All right. Let's see. This deck doesn't mind being on the play. Opponent goes first. Tempted by the Auric with all islands or forests. All right. Needlethorn Drake, quietly one of the cards I want most. Cultivate. That's actually really nice. I've noticed something, by the way. It's been true today. When someone beats you, they often come in the chat and say something. I haven't noticed it happen when people lose. Just saying. Just pay attention to how that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that now because BK, you're amazing. BK is my hero. Yes, I did see DC Sports in the chat. He's in the chat every day. Yes, exactly, Mole. This is actual, factual, true. All right, cultivate, island, forest, put island into play. So now I'm going to go Tempted. This is where drawing a Mage Duel would be just absurd. Look, really putting a value judgment on it. I'm just saying our first 2 losses we lost, and I think both our opponents stopped by. Then we won 2 games and, crickets. I still think I just tempted this here. I don't have good blocks no matter what. If I play elemental summoning, then they just attack me for 5 in the air if they have any spell. This can gain me some life back. Hopefully they don't have a good play here. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's just go Field Trip. Lifelink. Forest. Intro to Annihilation. And then Field Trip. Flying. Forest. Fractal Summoning. And then hit. I don't think they're mono white, given they didn't play anything with 4 cards in hand. But now I get to Bookworm. Star Pupil. Sure. And I'm just going to play Bookworm and pass. I don't need to attack with Silverquill Pledge Mage. This is a turn 5 Bookworm, right? Turn 3 Cultivate. No. Turn 6 Bookworm. I cast 3 ramp spells, but this still didn't get me a turn earlier, so. Anyways, let's just keep track. Now that I mentioned it, we're 2 for 2 on victorious opponents coming for the victory lap, and we're 0 for 3 on people who have lost coming to say hi. All right. Hey, elusive panda. You know what? I'm not sure if I believe that. Yeah, see, there we go. Now there's 5 people. So, I guess I did ruin my whole. I ruined the experiment. Now that I mentioned it, but I don't know. It's just something I have noticed as a streamer. Exactly. Observed particles will always behave differently. I go first. Uh-oh. End of the road, friend. Uh-oh. That's the stuff. There we go. Now that we've drawn the land, it's all good. Oh, less good now. Oh, interesting. So what do I do here? Killian is a beast. Oh, man. Basically, Field Trip's certainly better than playing Emergent Sequence. I think Field Trip's better than playing the Pledge Mage. I don't think I get Intro to Annihilation. I actually think I get Environmental Sciences, and I might as well attack since it says Menace. If I knew I was drawing a land, maybe I'd play Quandrix Pledge Mage. But no, I'd still probably do this. All right. Another Bookworm. So sadly, I have to give up a little bit of value on this Quandrix Pledge Mage. I have to get my 3rd island land, and I'm going to play the Pledge Mage. The reason I'm playing the Pledge Mage here is it's just the most mana efficient play. I don't really count. I'm happy to trade this thing off for something if I can. Like if they attack with Killian, I'm just double blocking. But if they have a removal spell, they can like kill the Scurrid Colony and hit for 5. Yeah, that's bad. But then next turn I can go Needlethorn Drake plus Emergent Sequence. Oh, they didn't have a removal spell. They might have... Oh. Okay, well, if you're going to give me the opportunity to kill Killian, I'm just in for that. And they're probably going to kill my Quandrix Pledge Mage here. They might kill the Scurrid Colony depending on how aggressive they are. Okay, now they're going to kill the Pledge Mage. That makes the most sense. The funny thing is I'm actually like happiest with that, I think. Okay, now I get to play Needlethorn Drake, and now any land gets me to Bookworm. The good thing is they haven't even dealt that much damage to me. They didn't have a removal spell, at least they didn't play one last turn. They might kill my forest still, which would suck. My hand is double Bookworm. If they kill my land, I really need to draw a Cultivate. If they don't kill my land, obviously just a land would be good. There's a lot of spells that would be decent here. Most of my learn spells would be okay. Compulsive Research would be fine. Tempted by the Auric to just like take something would be nice. Though I guess there's a good chance this Arrogant Poet's going down one way or another. Hey, what's up, Anton? How's it going? Combat Prof, sure. I think we'll just trade here. Yeah, that seems fine. All right, because if I draw a land, unfortunate. If I drew a land, this would become a 4/4, so I didn't really want to trade it off. This sucks because the colony also gives them a lot of incentive to kill this forest. I might just die without having played the second Bookworm. Insightful comments. Well, we'll see about that. Could trade for Spiteful Squad, and then they put the counters on Unwilling Ingredient, or they put the counters on Combat Professor. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I'm going to bury whatever gets the counters. I just hope it's the Professor. Okay, good. Now I feel pretty good about this. Okay, I still need to draw a land. Land. Oh, painful. Okay. That might not be enough. Because we'll see what's in their hand. But if they can, like, kill my forest here or something. All of our losses are to Owlin Shieldmage, yes. Okay, that one's not so scary. They're drawing Combat Professor. Yeah, I'm going to lose this race. Oh, they really should have put a counter on it. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Okay. If they had sacked the Unwilling Ingredient, yeah, I know I'm just going to draw all lands now. Don't worry. I know how this works. Let's see with this, I guess. If they'd sacked the Unwilling Ingredients to put it on the Owlin Shieldmage, I would have been in a lot of trouble. But now, like, they play Prof, hit me down to 3. I can't even target the Owlin Shieldmage anymore. Demonic Tutor. I'm not going to like whatever comes out of this. Yeah, if I had swapped the order and played a land cultivator, would have had a better shot. We're not 100% dead here, but we are going to need to draw like a Needlethorn Drake or something. Like, we're entering the realm of not being able to target Owlin Shieldmage at all. Though, if their play is something that doesn't put a creature into, or like doesn't put a point of power on the Owlin Shieldmage, then I might be able to compulsive research into a way to target it and go to 1 after targeting it. It's possible, like a Mage Duel or something. How much... We'll have to see, but how much better is Demonic Tutor than just casting a Combat Professor? I mean, we'll see, I guess, but... Humiliate? Oh. Yeah, that puts a counter on the Shieldmage. That pretty much kills me. They discarded the Bookworm. Well, the Bookworm wasn't really going to be enough, so... Sure, no, that makes sense. That taking a card out of my hand is good. If I can find a Needlethorn Drake, I've got a real shot here. Yeah. Yep. But for a point of damage, 3 answers to the Shieldmage. I guess I'm not 100% dead because I can still let's see, divide by 0 this, and I think I've already used Environmental Sciences. Let's see. They're 19. I can hit them for 16, which is funny. So I think I go to my hand and I learn discarding this to draw Needlethorn Drake. Nope. Well, that was a beat. I thought that deck was really good. But you know what? Sometimes you're sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. We were definitely the nail in this draft. So 3-3 with a very good Quandrix deck, but so it goes. Check back for more drafts like this on channelfireball.com.